Hey guys, this is Connor with Conquest HP. Today I want to show you an exercise I use when there's some concern that maybe the hips are out of alignment and you're not maybe squatting evenly on both legs or deadlifting evenly, or there's some turn in the hips there. A lot of the time what's happening is there's definitely an imbalance in the muscles around the hip. Maybe it's hip flexors, low back muscles, whatever it is, and it can come from any injury history or lots of different causes. But if one hip kind of hikes up, it can make one knee shift forward when you're squatting on it, and that can throw off the whole system, make you overuse the muscles in the low back a little bit on one side compared to the other. So for this exercise, the most basic way to start is to just sit on a chair that allows you to get your knees at about hip height. And I can kind of feel my sit bones on the couch here in this case. Sometimes it works better with a firm chair, like a wooden chair, that kind of thing. So you can really feel the sit bones touching the chair. I want to keep them touching the whole time. And I'm going to keep my feet about hip width apart, knees about hip width apart. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift the problem side leg. So in my case, I've actually had this before, so that's my right side. I'm just going to lift that foot off the floor and bring my knee up a little bit towards my chest, making sure that I keep good posture, good core activity the whole time, and I'm not going to let the sit bone come off the chair. So when you're squatting, a lot of the time what's happening is you're squatting down and your hips are kind of hiking up on one side and not the other side. So in this case, I'm keeping the hips or the pelvis where it is to start, and I'm still working on that hip flexion that I need. So I'd recommend at the very start getting the core tight, lifting that leg up a little bit, and just holding that top position as high as you can. Try to keep the foot level, go for a 15-second hold, shake the legs out a little bit, and just do a few holds like that. And once you feel like you've gotten a little bit stronger with it, what you can do is repeat for reps. And then to progress this exercise, you can try doing it on a stability ball, which is much harder because obviously there's less stability. And then eventually you can do this standing as well. Feedback in a mirror, mark the hips with your fingers so you can see if they're getting off kilter while you're doing it. And try to lift one knee up into hip flexion, knee flexion at the same time without those hips changing position. So if you can't do that, just kind of isolate it on a seat like this, then obviously when you get into squatting and deadlifting, it's going to be a big problem for you. So correct it here and then get more complex as you go.